Welcome back, everyone, to episode 4 of the Syria series. And we have control over the entire country. However, we still have some patches of different terrorist groups that we're still fighting. And we're trying to push them out of the country altogether. So it's the Jihadist Caliphate and the Syrian Kurdish resistance. So it's mainly the northeastern part of the country. All right, so we're gonna send commandos here. We're gonna place them there. And once they secure that city, we'll send the militia over. And we need to get some more cannons. So we're gonna send them right to that city there.
Our governmental cell informs me.
Alright, so the US is on a roll with different inventions and research.
Our services report a new conspiracy theory that
Alright, so we have a terrorist camp here. Alright, so we have our cannons. We're gonna put them right in this area here. And we should be able to strike them from this distance. Alright, and alright, so we have that city secure. Gonna send our soldiers over there. And gonna start some mortar fire on these camps. Alright, gonna have to move back a little. Alright, let's centralize right there. We'll accept. Alright, so we're trying to get these groups out of the country. We're gonna hire another 4,000 national agents. And we're gonna invest 32 million in trying to help get these people out of the country. And Not sure where they're striking me from, but we lost a lot of cannons. Alright, so these groups are trying to... They're trying to do a military surge on us.
What's the point in getting through the century to see such garbage? I would kick your ass and kick the asses of your idiots, but I respect the office. My poor country, what have you become with such fools?
Oh, I guess she told me then. Alright, let's hit this camp right here. Alright, we need to get rid of these guys here too. Alright, and we're gonna need some more oil wells. So let's... Alright, so we'll do one there. Another one there. So we're gonna do 4 this time.
Good morning! I didn't come empty-handed. In fact, I wanted you to see in order to submit to you this economic contract which, as you will see, is profitable for both our countries.
Okay, so they want cereal. See if we can raise the price. Alright. And they agree to it.
Huh.
Alright, so we have another camp here. Alright, that was destroyed instantly. And have one here. So they're clearly trying to make a resurgence to the region. Alright, and let's take a look at... Alright, so we're starting to drift into a recession. And let's look at inflation. Inflation is still going down though. So that's a good thing. And from the start of this series, we reduced inflation by almost 10% in 6 months. So that's pretty good. We could still do a lot better. We are not the first to profit from it tonight. We're not going to make this available. We're going to keep that for ourselves. We do need another source of energy. And once we can gain the funds to do that, we can more than likely really expand the economy. Alright, so let's look at crime is starting to go up. Looks like we have some issues with inflation. I mean, not inflation, immigration. So we're going to build 6 detention centers to house the illegal immigrants in the country. So we're gonna step this up. So we'll be softer on people coming to the country legally. However, you enter illegally, we are not giving citizenship as easily. Alright, so happiness increases. Alright, so we have another camp here.
The preparations are complete. The whole
Our infiltrated agent was spotted and murdered.
Alright, let's take a look at unemployment. So unemployment is doing extremely well too. We dropped that a little bit over 10%. Alright, so it looks like we're starting to gain a little more growth. So maybe we'll get out of that, out of the potential recession we're heading towards. And let's get... Alright, let's do a few things here. Alright, so cement, that's void. We're not capable. Copper, we just need water supply networks. So let's invest 4 million into expanding our copper production. Alright, so the same for... It's not letting me. So I guess I can't do that. Let's try... Alright, robots. Let's invest 3 million. Synthetic fibers. Can we do that? I'm gonna hold off with that for now. Alright. Tire industry. Alright, so let's go to steel. Iron, coal. Alright. Alright, it's not gonna let me with that either. So synthetic fibers. So let's invest 3 million in that. And utility construction, I'm gonna invest 5 million. So what is our quarterly surplus? We only have 24 million in our surplus right now. All right, so we have another camp. Let's position ourselves right there. And have one here.
The decree takes effect as of today.
All right, so we're getting rid of some of these illegal immigrants in the country. All right, let's see how we're doing. All right, so we took out 19,000. How many are left? Another 27,000. So we're gonna have our hands full with this group. Let's see. And the Jihadist Caliphate. So roughly 2,500 left. So we'll, all right, let's hit them there. All right, so that was taken care of. Okay, we got those guys there. And I'm gonna take out the other camp.
Good news. Our financial performance in the last quarter shows a cash surplus. This will help us reduce our debt service. Let's keep it up.
Okay, unfortunately, 33 million really isn't going to pay off anything. Alright, so let's try to... Alright, we're back in the same spot again. So, let's adjust the corporate tax. And if we bring that down to... Let's do 33%. I'm sorry. Bring it down to 23%. And for the wealth tax, we're going to just bump that up to 6%. Alright, financial transactions, we're going to bump that up to 1%. Tax on company turnover, we're going to bump that up to 4%. Tobacco, another 1%.
The decree takes effect as
Alright, so let's see. So we can hit that all the way from here.
Sharing this moment of intense spirituality with the faithful gives me great joy. On this holy day, I thank all of our communities across the country, both those in cities as well as those in small, remote villages, who are all coming together in prayer.
Alright, so that's another camp we took out. And if you're just tuning in to this series, I could do airstrikes, but that's going to use up our missiles, and our country is not exactly the richest, so it's going to be a little too expensive, and it's cheaper to produce mortars than, or mortar shells than it is to produce missiles.
the decree takes effect.
Alright, they are really trying to make a resurgence in this region here. Alright, let's move over some more.
The decree takes effect as of today.
Besides a strong signal to future immigrants and to public political opinion, this bill will now allow us to set quotas for economic immigrants who come and work in our country. I encourage you to set these quotas, which are the number of work permits that we issue throughout the year. If it is too strict and detached from the reality of immigration, this system could lead to an increase in illegal immigration of foreigners who are determined to come and work in this country.
Alright. Alright, so we have our hands tied with alright, let's attack that one. Alright, so we're in range.
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is very bad. We need an immediate plan for an economic relaunch.
Alright, so we are getting closer to being in a recession.
Our services report an
Alright, so let's move closer over. Alright, we'll move right there. So it looks like this area is a little more stable, even though I have these guys just kind of popping up in little areas.
The decree takes effect as of today.
Alright, housing. Alright, so we can do 500. Alright. Okay, so that's done. And let's take this one out too. Alright, that's done also.
The decree takes effect as of today.
Alright, completely forgot about doing it this way.
The decree takes effect as of today.
Alright, so we now have a surplus. Alright, so inflation is going down a little more slowly. So we're going to have no choice but to raise the interest rate.
The decree takes effect as of today.
Prospective analysis, coupled with the Brown model on group psychotectonics, has allowed us to identify a potential ally. In this case,
No, we're not going to get involved in that. Alright, so how many fighters do they have? 17,000. So we still have our work cut out for us. Let's see. Let's send some. Send the cannons there. Alright, so we have 4 oil wells being built there. Alright, Western Aleppo. Let's do 2 oil wells. So we have two being built there.
Our scientific cell infiltrated an important research center.
Alright. So it looks like things are starting to calm down. The two groups, their activity significantly reduced.
Prospective analysis, coupled with the Brown model on group psychotectonics, has allowed us to identify a potential ally.
Nah, don't want to do that. Alright, the rebels retreat. So hopefully we don't have much longer to deal with these two different groups. So I think I'm gonna end this episode. And we'll just have to see what happens next with... Actually, before I officially end, let's take care of this terrorist camp.
The decree takes effect as of today.
Okay, that's been taken care of. Alright, so we're starting to gain a budget excess. So that's going to be it. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. I'm going to try to have episode 5 ready a lot quicker than it took between episode 3 and this episode now. So I will see you soon. Please click the like, please subscribe if you haven't already, and take care.